Let's get controversial for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to say something that's going to freak a lot of lawyers out.
Okay.
What they need to say no to is legal work.
Ah.
Their current formula is they do all their legal work and maybe some of their HR work. And then with the time left, they'll work on marketing or sales. What we need them to do is reverse that paradigm. It should be the time you have in a day minus the amount of time you spend on marketing and sales equals the time on legal work, HR, and staffing. Would you agree with that?
I would. I know it sounds like a baffling idea to you, but the truth is marketing, sales, workflow, client communication all play a role in the growth and the development of the business, but trying to play all of those things at one time gets them into trouble. Hey, law firm owners, I'm MPS.
And I'm Richard James.
Today we're going to talk about the power of no.
The thing that gets lawyers in trouble when they want to grow their law firm is saying no to all of the things that distract them. What they need to do is hyper-focus on the one thing working.
You need to find your one lead source, your one oil well that consistently produces you results. Once you've got one, now you can start the development of other lead sources.
The next thing that they should say no to is when leads come in, they ring everywhere at all times on every phone in the office.
If that phone rings everywhere at one time, everyone's sitting there like, are you going to answer the phone? Who's going to answer the phone? And it goes unanswered or someone gets distracted. You need one individual dedicated to managing intake, responsible for all calls and new leads.
Inside that process, they need to say no to changing intakes and consult scripts to match the appropriate prospect rather than doing one thing every single time. Say no to doing a bunch of different things.
Your intake and sales should be boring. The same structure, same script every time if you want success and consistency. Say no to dynamic and yes to a straight line path followed every time.
One more thing, say no to allowing clients to hire without a specific payment plan.
We've seen this happen with so many firms. They allow the client to retain the firm and maybe they get a down payment, maybe they don't, depending on the practice area. And then even if they do, they say, we'll figure it out, right? We'll build out a plan for the rest, or pay us when you can. That's a quick recipe to run into cash flow problems really quickly. You need to have that conversation in the initial consultation. Not only collect a down payment, but to agreed upon payment plan. You need to be clear about how much, when, and when they'll be paid off, and develop payment plan rules of engagement. So you're clear on what period of time you need to have someone completed by. If you actually want to see growth in the practice, that means you have to be working on the business. And then you take that other time, fulfill the legal work. As a result of focusing on the business, what you're likely going to do is start to pull the different levers. You're going to increase the number of clients. You're going to increase your case value. That's going to increase your cash flow. Once you increase cash flow, you can hire someone to do the legal work. So you have to focus on the business, the profit first mentality.
If you want to take your firm to the next level and you want this idea of saying no, pay attention to things that MPS shared with you today as to where you should say no and start reversing the paradigm on where you invest your time.
Hey, hope this helped you out. Embrace the power of no. Make sure to click that like button, hit that subscribe down below, and let us know if you got any comments or questions after that one.